Again, welcome to the ETOM Online Teaching Certification course, or OTCC for short. I'm going to walk through how to navigate the course, some policies, as well as how to complete assignments each week. When you first enter the course, you'll see the announcements area. That's where we're post important announcements, reminders of what's due each week, when grades are posted, and I usually email out a copy of the announcements that get posted. Over on the left, you'll see our menu, and we'll walk through each of these items. Basically, an announcements link is kind of the home page for the course. If you click on assignments, the assignments are organized into weekly folders. The dates for the weeks will vary, and you won't see all the folders at once. I've got them all open so you can kind of see the format for this orientation video. You'll have the latest week up on top, so you don't have to scroll down. So we'll just go into week 1 as an example. And each week starts with an introduction where we tell you what you're going to do, what you should get out of the week, and the deadline. So this course starts Friday and ends Thursday at 11:59 p.m. of the student's time zone. Each week you're going to read something from the chapter, and there's a link to the textbook in your syllabus if you don't have the textbook yet. And once you're done reading the chapters, then you're going to click on the Mark Reviewed button, and then that will be there. The next time you come in, you'll know how far you got. And the next thing you're going to do is discuss the chapters. And this is a course link that takes you into the weekly forum where you'll see a matching thread. So in this case, it says chapter 1 and 2. You can click on that. And there'll be some questions about the chapter. Everywhere in the course where you see italics, that's usually instructions of some kind. In this case, it's italicized for the questions and the discussion. And the best way to post to the discussion board thread is to click quote, and that way when you do, people can follow the conversation because they'll see what you're replying to, and then you can just type your answer in there and hit submit. So I'll go back into the assignments week 1 folder here, and that is the discussion. Each week there'll be a learning activity. The format of the weeks are the same, but the activities will differ. In this case, again, there's italics and instructions below it. It says click on the link above to learn about course outcomes. You click on that, and this is actually a learning module in Blackboard to kind of show you what they would look like. And you can navigate through it on the left. Typically for learning activities, you'll see video as well as handouts. So this is a handout of the entire learning activity. If you need to download, print it, and then you can just kind of follow through, and then there will be a prompt to tell you what you need to do next. In this case, you move through each page, and then when you get to the bottom here, it says return to week 1. Click, and it will take you back to week 1. So the next activity is, again, a discussion board post. And then each week you're going to tour or update your template. A template is another Blackboard course that starts out empty and that you'll add content to each week. So it's hands-on activities you get to do each week to show us what you're learning. And then there will be a post each week after you're done with your work. You'll reply to after you finish. And then the last step is to complete a self-assessment. This is a Blackboard assessment. And when you go into it, click begin, and it will have 3 parts to it. So the first part is usually some kind of checklist that outlines what you were supposed to do during the week, has the most points, In this case, for week 1, it says I completed the assignments for week 1 by posting a revised outcome to the discussion board, providing feedback to my peers, or completing a tour of my template. And so you need to click yes that you did all those things. Obviously, don't click yes unless you did. It will give you the 30 points, but it will not be completely graded until your facilitator reviews it and gives you those points. The next one is kind of a self-check. At the end of this week I have, and then you have a Likert scale here where you're going to say how you range on answering those questions. And then the last one's your chance to give feedback. Please tell your facilitator about your week. What did you like? What should be improved? I do read through these things, and I do usually respond in feedback to any questions. But if you need a more immediate answer to a question, something that you think the rest of the class would benefit from, post that in the questions form on the discussion board, or if it's confidential, go ahead and email me. So then you click Save and Submit, and that completes your assignments for the week. You can click on Discussions here, and that will take you into the discussion board where, again, the dates may differ. You'll have a weekly forum each week with threads in them, and the most recent forum will be at the top. You won't see all the forums. We'll just roll them out each week at a time. We stay together during the certification. The next one is facilitator. So if you need to email me, call me, or get more information, that's where you'd go. Grades is obviously where you check your grades. And all the different graded activities for the course are laid out. And also each week we use a rubric for participation, which is in the syllabus. And you can click on View Rubric to see that. Resources are organized by topics and folders. And so this is a way of getting at all the resources for the course if you want to use them during the course or later. And instead of going into each week under assignments and trying to figure out where the link was, you'll find them organized by topic under resources. Tools, we've left all the tools available so you can check them out. However, we're not going to use all these tools during the certification. The link right here is not a static email link. Instead, it's a link to the form where you can fill out subject message and send it to me. The next link down is a link to etom.org. ETOM stands for the Educational Technology Organization of Michigan. And then course information. So this is a link to the schedule, which shows you what you're going to do each week, and then the syllabus. And I won't read the syllabus to you. I may just highlight some points. The course is really linked to the Michigan College's online development guideline and rubric. And so you'll see us refer to that throughout the course. And there's a link to the rubric in your syllabus here. And the textbook link, as I mentioned earlier, the textbook is Teaching Online, a Practical Guide, 4th edition. And then kind of an outline of how the course is organized and what's graded during the course, as well as a rubric for participation. And we give you a grade for participation and kind of give you a rubric to guide the quality and quantity of your participation, to give you some practice for using it with students. So in the actual course you develop, you may decide this isn't how you want to grade participation, but it's an example. In fact, the whole course is really an example of how your online course could be laid out. So sometimes folks ask for examples of an online course. This is intended to be a good example of an online course. So if you wanted to, for example, know how a week could be laid out of instruction in Blackboard, then week 1 that we just went through is a good example. So Hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, post them in the forums or post them in an email.